At 1:12 a.m., the patient's heart monitor synced with mine. Even when I stepped out of the room, I thought it was a glitch, just another night shift bug. But then it beeped faster, exactly when my chest tightened. Not his, mine. I froze in the doorway. The patient, Mr. Halverson, was unconscious, stable, sedated. He didn't move, didn't react. But the monitor, it climbed. Rapid, shock, like panic. My panic. I stepped closer to the bed. The numbers slowed. So did my breathing. I held my breath. The monitor dipped. Not gradually. Instantly. Like it was waiting for me. I let go. It spiked again. Too perfectly. Too obedient. I checked his pulse manually. 2 fingers on his wrist. Steady. Normal. Completely out of sync with the screen. I pulled my hand away. The monitor jumped. Again. Matching me. Not him. Okay. I said it out loud. Just to hear something normal. But my voice sounded wrong. Like the room swallowed half of it. I stepped back. Out into the hallway. The door slid shut behind me. The monitor was still visible through the glass. Still beeping. Still following me? I walked farther. 10 steps. 15. The rhythm didn't fade. Didn't delay. It kept up. Perfectly synced to my chest. That's when I felt it. A second pulse. Not in my wrist. Not in my neck. Somewhere deeper. Like something inside me echoing. I went to the nurse's station. Checked the system. Vitals were updating in real time. Heart rate, 104. Respiration, 22. Blood pressure rising. My numbers. Exactly mine. I glanced back at the room. The patient hadn't changed. Still motionless. Still irrelevant. Hey. I turned. It was Daniel. Another nurse. He looked at me funny. You okay, Halverson? I blinked. What? He frowned. You called me over 5 minutes ago. I didn't. You said you felt off. I laughed. A quick, sharp sound. Too loud. No, I'm fine. You've got the wrong. Room 312, right? He nodded toward the glass. My stomach dropped. That was his room. Not mine. I walked back in. Slower this time. Like the air had weight. The monitor sped up again. So did my heart. I looked at the patient. Really looked. Something felt off. Not his face. His presence. Like he wasn't fully there. Like he was waiting for something. Or someone. I checked his chart. Routine. Just to ground myself. Name, Halverson, Eric. Age, 47. Condition, post-trauma stabilization. But below that, new entries. Recent. Timestamped within the last hour. Medical history. Mild arrhythmia. Childhood asthma. Allergy. Penicillin. I stopped. Those were mine. Not his. I scrolled. More details. Dates. Doctor notes. Things no one here should know. Things I never told anyone. No. I whispered it. But the system didn't care. It kept updating. As I stood there, watching, it was rewriting him Into me. The printer behind me whirred. Sudden. Loud. I turned. A new ID bracelet slid out. Still warm. I picked it up. Hands shaking. Name. Halverson, Eric. But underneath, patient ID. My staff number. My throat went dry. I looked at the patient's wrist. Slowly. Carefully. The bracelet there. It wasn't his anymore. It said my name. Clean. Perfect. Like it had always been there. Hey! Daniel again. Right behind me this time. Too close. You shouldn't be out of bed. I turned. My mouth opened. Nothing came out. He looked concerned. Genuinely concerned. Like I was the patient. Let's get you back, okay? I work here, I said. But it sounded weak, unconvincing, even to me. He shook his head. You were brought in earlier. No. Car accident. They said you were disoriented. No. You don't remember? The room tilted. Just slightly. I grabbed the edge of the bed. The monitor spiked. High. Violent. My pulse slammed in my ears. I'm not the patient. I said it again. Stronger this time. But the words felt disconnected, like they didn't belong to me anymore. I backed away. Toward the door. Daniel didn't stop me. That was worse. He just watched. Like he knew I'd come back. I rushed to the terminal again. Hands flying over the keyboard. System logs. Admission records. Time, 12:03 a.m. Patient admitted. Name. Mine. Condition. Severe head trauma. Unstable vitals. I scrolled faster. Heart pounding. The monitor across the room matched every spike. Every tremor. Every breath. There was a note. Short. Clinical. Patient experiencing identity displacement episodes. My fingers froze. Below it, believes she is hospital staff. I laughed. A hollow sound. No, that's not. I looked up. At the glass. At the reflection. It lagged. Just a fraction. A half-second delay. But enough. Enough to notice. Enough to feel wrong. I raised my hand. The reflection followed. Late. Like it was thinking about it first. I stepped back into the room. Slowly. The patient lay there. Unmoving. But now I could see it. The face. The shape. The features. They weren't his anymore. Not completely. They were shifting. Subtle. Almost invisible. But familiar. Too familiar. I moved closer. The monitor softened. Calmed. Like it was relieved. I reached out. My hand hovered over the bed. Then I looked down. At the body. At the chest, rising and falling. At the face. My face. Bruised. Pale. Still. I stopped breathing. The monitor flatlined. High. Sharp. Final. I gasped. The line snapped back, spiking wildly. My heart racing. On the screen. On the bed. Both. The same. Daniel rushed in. Stay with me. But he wasn't looking at me. He was looking at the bed. At my body. Charging clear. The words echoed. Distant. Muffled. Like I was underwater. I stepped back. Further. The room stretched. Sounds worked. The monitor slowed again. Not because I calmed down, because I was fading. I looked at the screen one last time. Heart rate dropping. Each number felt like a step away from myself. I tried to speak, to say my name, but I couldn't remember which one it was anymore. The last thing I saw was the monitor, not matching me, not anymore, flat, still, and for a moment, I wasn't sure which one of us had stopped first.